Alright, there we go. Welcome back. Figured out what was wrong with OBS. There wasn't anything wrong with it. It's just me being kind of a dud. Of course, I Googled it. First thing everyone says is like, check your hotkey, check your hotkey. I'm like, well, I don't even remember what I set my hotkey for on OBS. So I used to do some like Elite Dangerous, Satisfactory, Overwatch recording, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, it wouldn't be bound to anything that I would use often. Turns out it was Alt-C, which in Space Engineers, Alt is to free look, and C is to like decrease your altitude, go down in the plane. So yeah, every time I was free looking and went to descend, it would trigger the recording. So I changed the hotkey to something I thought I would never use, which is Shift tilde, and then I remembered that's actually my hotkey for Discord. So, but thankfully I don't really use Discord that much, especially when I'm just doing like a solo recording like this. I think we're in good shape. I did a couple improvements off camera, so the ship's still there. I think I doubled the power grid, so I just vertically stacked the second one, and then I set that refinery up. It's a real refinery and a real assembler, large cargo container for all the goodies. And then, so what I did here is I put a sorter and then my two basic refineries. And then what I did with the sorters, I blacklisted all of the ores that I did not want coming out of there. So like cobalt, gold, magnesium, nickel, silicon, silver, uranium. So then only everything but those like advanced ores will pass through that. And then back there, put the H2O2 generator, and then a nice big old hydrogen tank that is a whopping 10% filled. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get a new load of ice while I'm doing that, while I get everything else going. Sweet, so scoot on up there. I do believe I fixed my... Yeah, totally fixed that. So I was also having an issue where, since a couple of those front thrusters had gotten beat up, then turning them on and off would toggle them like opposite. So two of them would be running and four of them would be off, and then I would toggle it and it would be the opposite. So I was gonna double check my ore detector, make sure that it was on. Yeah. Going all the way up. And this isn't the most efficient way to get ice, just because you could absolutely find like a real ice patch. It's going to be like the thick ice, because just doing snow is slow. It's lighter, you get less ice out of it, you have to dig more. But you could find ice and then it shows up in like the little yellow blocks, kind of like all the ores do. And then it's just these big sheets of ice that I'd fill up this ship in like very, very quickly. Just a few meters in, is it? Oh boy. Oh no. Oh. Oh yikes. There we go. Use the gyros to get some form of stable. Nice. And then we just kind of coast down there. I've got my front thrusters off. It's going to stabilize us from the left. Alright, and then I was trying to figure out how to do that. So what it is, it'll never show me the inventory of hydrogen. What I need is tanks. Oh. Okay, what I need is tanks, asterisk, hydrogen. Aha! Nice, would you look at that? I don't know why I even put oxygen on there. I don't need oxygen. We're in the stinking atmosphere. Okay, so my idea requires a few more steel plates, which might as well just make 1,000 of them because I'm pretty sure I've got the iron for it. Grab 100 more of those. Alright, so pop you up there. Where's that ore detector at? 7. I'm gonna put the ore detector on top of that, because it's a large ore detector. I'm gonna grab all the stuff I need, because I wonder if that thing needs... I think that thing needs power, just like a little bit. Okay, that seems... yeah, seems functional enough. So then if I hook onto you, oh my goodness. However... ore detector, and I would like to turn mine off. And then now, we need to see if it actually works, like if it broadcasts, or if I'm going to have to also put a gigantic antenna on it. Yep. Oh, no. There we go. Nice. Alright, so stabilize it. Sweet. So now we know that at least that that works. So put the large grid on this here small grid. Yeah, so we know about the iron, we know about the nickel, the cobalts. Is there anything deeper? Not yet. Don't let it go too fast. I'm just gonna kind of scoot down the valley. See what else I could find. More iron down here, more cobalts. So just the valley of iron and cobalt. Oh, gold. I see the gold. And where there's gold, there's usually silver. Nice. And even if it's just gold, I mean it's gold, so we're gonna GPS that. I definitely don't want to try and dig in there to find out, but you know, there we go. GPS. I don't know why I put gold for the other one and then used the abbreviations for this one. Alright, nice. So I mean that begs the question, do I really need this, or... should I just blow it? Use it as a gravity bomb? After I drain all the battery from it, of course. I'd like to go up as far as I can and see if there's actually any... like an ice lake somewhere that I could maybe farm out a bunch of hydrogen before I... Man, it really doesn't seem like it. There's a bunch of desert over there. Oh, there's a lake over there. And how far is that? Alright, that's enough. I'll be able to find my way back there. But in the meantime, I'm totally going to check out the far side of this cliff. See if I've got anything else down there. Gold and silver. Over here as well. Oh. Alright, because I think you could GPS. Right? Nice. Totally can. Sweet. I'm gonna start using that one from now on. Alright. Yeah. Contraption hanging from my ugly miner needs to go. Boom. Nice little gravity bomb. Okay, I dig it. Alright. So, absolutely gonna go get some of this gold here. It's kind of a very thin layer of gold. At the same time, I don't expect it to be like super plentiful. Get some of that. I'll go back and get some of the silver. Let's dump all this out real quick. So it's like get the silver going. That means I could do like med bays and stuff like that, or like a it's a medical room. Oh, got to cut through some gold here. Hello. I guess if I have to. Jeez, I'm not gonna make it to the silver. There we go. Nice. Awesome. I'm pretty happy about that. I think I could definitely start with that and then get this landing gear going somewhere. That's ugly. So then I could just kind of build it off the side and then move out from there. Let's see how terrible that would look. I think this is going to be pretty sweet. But it is going to be time consuming. That is one thing that is certain. After, I would say maybe 4 or 5 hours of building and resource gathering and stuff like that, the sun rises on the day where our nearly finished ship, all the insides are out, or all the insides are finished, will take its maiden voyage down to the ice lake over yonder and begin mining as much fuel as possible for the journey ahead. So here, and then while it's doing all that, is when I'm going to take the chance to pretty much it's just this exterior stuff that needs to get welded up, which is all just steel plate. I have pretty decent amount. Take you through the ship. So here's the bridge. Got the main control seats. I've got a flight seat and a control station. Some LCDs for ice, hydrogen. We're going to need to fill up those 2 tanks. So using a small miner, it's going to take a little bit. And then altitude, oxygen on board, and then all of the power and everything, power output, input, and then the inventory summary. So that's the bridge. We've got an airlock up here so that we could access the outside. All those are, I just figured I would leave those as conveyors just in case, you know, and plus I think it looks a little bit better than just the just like the conveyor piece. And then we go down the ladder. Really wish there was a faster way to go down ladders. Down most of the ladder. And then in here, oh yeah, the jump drives and the conveyor up here aren't finished yet either, but we've got our 6 gyros, 3 of them complete. It's definitely enough to fly. Our 2 massive cargo containers. Our cryopod, air vent, the conveyor system that's working up there. Our assembler that we're rocking the 1 speed module and then 1, I believe, power efficiency module. Yep. Just need to build those. And then our refinery with 2 power efficiency, 2 yield modules, staggered. Another airlock in the back. And then up here, I'll just kind of float up here and stand. You can see our batteries back there. I've got them all set on recharge right now so that they just drain the base dry. And then oxygen tank. And then here I've got the basic refinery with the conveyors set up to where it'll let the stone and stuff through, stone and iron, but nothing else. And then H2O2 generators, I feel like 2 should be enough. I'm not trying to refine a ton of hydrogen in a hurry at the cost of my power because I've only got the 6 batteries, which I could definitely have more batteries if I need to, but I feel like that's sufficient for now. And then it's an emergency hydrogen engine. So that's that, and then I've got connector at the back that it's actually connected to the base so that it's been getting all that stuff from it. Oh, I guess I could finish the landing gears before I head out, and then a connector up top, and these two massive engine pods. It should be enough. Ooh, the maiden voyage. I don't know what I'm going to call this thing, but landing gears are unlocked, tank's going. Hope for the best. Whoa. Okay. Ship hydrogen. Stockpile is not on. Or is it? I need to check each hydrogen tank. Yeah, because it's on for one. And not on for the other. Off. There we go. Oh. Okay, they're also massively imbalanced. Oh, nice. Look at that. Look at that. Hydrogen thruster backward, 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 and backward. Group those up real quick so I can make a whole, well, group, drop back thrust, yep. And toggle on and off. Nice. I'm gonna hope that I could just coast most of the way down there, because otherwise I will burn through my hydrogen so fast. Oh my gosh, this may have been a huge mistake. I may not be anywhere near where I need to be for this. Alright, that's it. Oh no. Oh no, this is just very sketchy. Oh, quickly now. Oh, that was insane. That was completely insane. That was way too close. That was a terrible idea to do that without any ice. Okay, well the good news is that I have this little guy. And you will help me, one, find the ice lake that I was searching for from the get-go. No idea. Was I even going in the right direction? I hope so. Oh, yeah, there it is. That's the lake. So now I might have to seriously think my hydrogen capacity. Think about that before taking this thing into deep space. But I mean, I figure as long as I have enough ice on board, then I'll, be able to refine it and everything. So, yeah. The two large tanks, once they're finished, or once they're full, I really hope should be plenty. Tell me I'm able to get like 100k out of this? No, I think it's only the 95, yeah. Yeah, so I'll probably make 2 runs like this and then try and limp it on over here. Oh yeah, that light doesn't need to be on either. Saving power. Oh, a little too fast. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That might be bad. I can't believe that just survived. Wow. Oh, it busted down one of my thrusters. Yeah, that I'm going to need some parachute hatches, because I don't want to run into that same situation with the dropship where I run out of fuel. So I think I'm going to put in 4 or maybe 5 parachutes. I think 4 should definitely be plenty, but I'll test it with fuel on board, with plenty of fuel on board. That way, if it's not enough, then I know. And then, who knows, might be able to get the ship over there, or at least high enough to coast it in and pop the parachutes. 13k. To the ice lake. And then at this point, I am not even going to try to see if those will work. I start slowing down. Nice. Alright. There we go. We're locked with less than 1% of the hydrogen remaining. But hey, we made it. Loading back in. Man, this project has kind of been a long time. A lot longer than I originally wanted it to, so I get it. I could have just built like a tiny little ship and then got into orbit and messed around like that, but I don't know. I wanted to kind of do it big. So here we are. I have my ship finished and it's actually painted. So, well, I mean, it's not painted well, but it's painted. And then so we're out on the ice lake. We've just been collecting a ton of ice. This has been over the course of, I want to say, honestly, 3 or 4 hours total from like starting that first episode of like, okay, yeah, I'm going to put a dropship together and then I'm going to get the hell out of this atmosphere to where we are now. So I was trying to figure out what to name it. And considering the fact that it's my first real exploratory dropship, I named it Fred. So I got Fred here. And then, yeah, went through the little tour of it and everything. It's pretty good. How are we looking on ice? 800,000 ice. That's a lot. But my power is only going to last another 2 hours, which sucks. So I got to get like, there's no source of charging on it. So I have the hydrogen engine in there for emergencies. Not a fan of it. So then you got Fred. And you'll notice the miner is no longer on top because I decided to make an expansion. I'm like, why would I make an entirely new miner? Because the atmospheric miner wasn't going to work. Once we get into orbit, I would have had to make another hydrogen miner. That wasn't working out. I needed to get some sort of a drilling rig on the dropship, so I came up with the dropship integrated excavator, or DIX for short. So, got a little rotor there. It'll turn. We'll get that down pointed, somewhat into the ice or into whatever I'm trying to drill. And then turn the drills on, activate this piston, it goes out another 20 meters. And that's how I've been able to get so much ice. I gotta watch out for those thrusters. That's what happened over there. I killed myself flying up a little too close to the thruster. So I mined a ton of ice, and I'd even originally put the extra 2. Oh yeah, I made this airtight because there was somehow air leaking out. I don't know where, somewhere in here. I put 1, 2, 3, 4 extra H2O2 generators in here, and it still was not filling stuff fast enough. I already also put an extra hydrogen tank. So what I decided to do is build a rig out here. Alright, so those are on. We are unlocked. And here we go. Can I see the moon from here? I cannot. So essentially what I'm doing is I have a thrust override set up for the thrusters down here, because if I was just to hold space, like I'm trying to go vertically, then it would be using 100% of the power, no matter what. Like, there's no dampening of it. And so then you're going to use 100% of the hydrogen that you use from that engine, like its max hydrogen input burn. So if you set up the thrust override as you get further away from Earth's gravity, like right now I'm in, oh, well, you know what I also have forgotten to do is to close and pressurize. So they're away from gravity, so I need less thrust. So then I could knock my thrust down a little bit as long as my velocity there, the meters per second, is still relatively high, then I'm good and I'm burning a fraction. Oh yeah, here we go, off into the sunset. A fraction of the hydrogen that I was before. And then like, oh, I'm not going quite fast enough. Let me bump it up a couple notches. I don't even see the moon. I'm gonna have to get into orbit. Well, while I'm here, probably take a peek at these. Unless you know what? That's probably worth a flyby. It's on the way. As long as I stay away from the pirate raiders. Make sure I'm not gonna run into that, and then we'll shoot for the moon. Yeah, it's our. Oh, we're charged. Nice. So what we can do here is increase the jump range. Let's go as high as we can. And then it won't let us jump into the gravitational field, so there we go. Now it'll get us pretty darn close to the moon. Boom. Oh my gosh, and look at all that ice. This is the icy side. Perfect. That is where we will make a base. We'll be safe there in the crater. Probably make some sort of power supply going soon, and then... Nice. Just as the sun sets. Still have plenty of ice. There's our crater at the left. Alright, so let's put it on down and wrap this up. That's just ice, and then yeah, we've got that cobalt and silver, so cool. Sweet, so we have landed on the moon. Let's see. But yeah, awesome. Made it to the moon. Sweet. So yeah, then we'll work on getting a little miniature base going here, and then checking out some of those beacons and doing some trading and missions. So until next time.